Hey, what's going on? I'm Victor, and this is Social Media Made Me Do It, where we inspire real lessons. In this video, we're switching things up a little bit,
Slowing it down.
and we're going to talk about meditation, what it is, why we should practice, and how we can start a practice right here, right now. So let's get into it.
Drop it.
Hey, what's going on? Thank you so much for tuning in. If you haven't already, please subscribe to our channel by hitting the subscribe button and the bell for notification. In this video, we are going to talk about the basics of meditation. We're going to talk about what it is, why we should practice, and how we can practice. And I broke this down in a very simplistic way. I considered what it was like when I first dived into meditation and what was it that allowed me to understand it. A lot of you participated in the poll on Instagram, and we thank you so much because we want to provide you with videos that speak to you and that you actually want to see, not videos that we just want to create. While it's super fun to create videos and it's super fun to just think of random topics, we're not here to really play games. We're here to support and elevate society and raise consciousness and get others to really start living their truth, to create a life of joy and satisfaction and some peace. And so in this video, the aim is to help you fully understand, at least at the fundamental level. So let's get right into it. Before we start talking about what meditation is, I think it's important that we touch on what meditation isn't. Meditation isn't about becoming a different person, a new person, or even a better person. It isn't guaranteed when you practice meditation that you will experience relaxation or serenity or bliss. Those are just some potential effects of meditating. It also isn't about turning off your thoughts or your feelings. It isn't a way to avoid being distracted. And I think the most important is that it isn't something that just monks do. That was something that I struggled with when I first started learning about meditation. I thought I wasn't qualified. I thought that only monks can do it, or that you had to follow Buddhism. I didn't know that it was open and available to everyone, because it is. It's actually not even as religious as it used to be practiced, but we'll get into that. Meditation is a process. It's a pathway to figuring out who we really are. I like to think of meditation as a time for you, a moment of space that you're creating for stillness, some balance, some peace. It's something that you can sit with and reflect on your day, your week, your month, year. And as you sit with yourself, as you create space and tap into self, you're able to then figure out throughout the process who you are. And you may be thinking, well, I know who I am. And so, like, if I asked you, who are you? You may respond, well, I'm Candace. We'll use Candace for this for this example. You may say, well, I'm Candace, I'm 27, I'm a girl, I work as a digital marketer, I have a mom, a brother, boyfriend. But does that describe you completely? You may think, well, I'm Italian. I was born in the US. I'm friendly, compassionate, loving. But does that describe who you really are? See, the attributes which you use to describe yourself, like your name, nationality, religion, height, physical appearance, no matter how exactly they describe you with reference to your place in this world, they cannot describe the real you. They cannot describe the fundamental, unchanged aspect of your being, which remains intact in all circumstances. So no matter where you were born, what religion you belong to, what nationality you are, no matter what degree you've earned, no matter your accomplishments, your financial status, you have an identity independent from all of these external things, an identity that is fundamental to the core of who you are. And meditation is a means to tap into that identity of who you are, your true identity. And so you may be thinking, all right, well, what is my true identity? In reality, you are just consciousness. You're not your mind, you're not your body, you're not your thoughts. You're consciousness, which is what feels and witnesses everything as you play with life. I invite you to try this meditation because it offers an interesting perspective on our relationship with our thoughts. So first, find a comfortable position. You can sit down or lay down, whichever way you feel the most comfortable. And then just take a few deep breaths. And as you exhale, imagine that you're letting go and that you're releasing everything that doesn't serve you. Just be here exactly as you are. And now, just for a moment, put aside all thoughts of who you are. So, any image you have of yourself, any ideas that you associate with your identity, if you're male, female, rich, poor, young, old, just put it to the side for right now. And now empty your mind of any beliefs, thoughts, ideas that you have about the world. And this is any ideas, whether it's good, bad, true, false, right or wrong, any self-judgment, anything you feel proud of or ashamed of, any achievements or failures. Just for now, put it to the side. And set aside all memories of the past, almost as if you just arrived here on Earth, right here, right now. And put aside all thoughts of the future. And now, I want you to silently think to yourself, who are you without your past or future? Now, simply be present here and now, just as you are. Breathing in, breathing out. Stripped away of all these concepts, ideas, beliefs. Is there still a you present? How would you describe the you that is present? is the you that remains aware, present, conscious? How does the you that remains feel? Peaceful, empty, expansive? And let's just take another deep breath in and slow breath out. Just collecting everything back into who you think you are. Just slowly coming back here to the present moment, back to this presentation. When you're ready, you can open your eyes. When you learn to meditate, you're able to take a step back and you're able to watch the mind objectively with a sense of curiosity. You become aware of what the mind is doing. And you recognize that you're just here, noticing it, because you are not it. You are the observer of your life experiences. So these, I know it's kind of covering up at the top, but it just says quick history and some facts regarding meditation. And this is all just very important stuff to really help you identify what meditation is and where it came from. So meditation has been around since before recorded history. The exact origins and length of time being around is still widely unknown. The earliest written records of meditation come from Hindu traditions in India back in 1500 BCE. And in fact, mindfulness can be traced back this far as well. And it can be connected to yoga and also connected to Buddhism. We also don't know who actually invented or came up with meditation. There are several people who played a significant role in spreading meditation, the Buddha being one. The Buddha was a prince who became a monk, a sage, a philosopher, and a religious teacher. And it is actually his teachings that brought Buddhism to light. Again, meditation is often closely attached to Buddhism. And when it comes to meditation, there's many techniques and practices. There's mantra meditation, there's transcendental meditation, there's walking meditation, there's guided, unguided meditations, there's mindfulness meditation, and the list goes on. But for this video, we're going to focus on mindfulness meditation because that's what I'm certified in, and that's the kind of meditation that I practice and that I'm familiar with. And also because mindfulness meditation is what's most prevalent here in the US. It's very popular. So some more important facts in history. Meditation was first introduced into the US in the 1700s. It wasn't until the late 1990s when it became really popular and mainstream and kind of what it is today. And we can thank a lot of that to a gentleman named John Kabat-Zinn, also known as the father of mindfulness. Because the reason why so many of us can practice meditation the way that we do today, that's independent from any traditions or religion, is because of him. He took mindfulness and made it very secular so that it could be available really to anybody, despite you being religious or not. So definitely grateful for him. And also because of him, I was able to become certified to teach mindfulness and meditation through his program. There's so much scientific data and research to back up meditation and all the benefits that come from it. Science has been looking into meditation as early as 1936. And even today, they're still finding breakthroughs when it comes to meditation and how it can truly benefit one's life. So that wraps up what meditation is. So let's talk a little bit about why we should practice it. Given the first part, that it really helps you to find yourself, there are an array of other benefits. Really, meditation is helping you to cultivate a sense of awareness, perspective, and peace of mind. Meditation encourages a healthy lifestyle, provides mental clarity, helps with your energy, reduces anxiety, reduces pain, increases your awareness, helps you sleep, decreases stress, and it slows down aging. And I mean, the list goes on. This is just a few of the many, many benefits that come from meditation. It's really helping you to reset your mind and to start seeing the world through a brand new lens. Of course, this doesn't happen overnight. This takes time and patience to really cultivate any real benefits from practicing. So, how does one meditate? So, we got the benefits, we know what meditation is. Now, how are we going to do it? So, as I mentioned earlier, we are going to break down how to do mindfulness meditation. And I broke this down in 6 steps. Again, can be related to almost any other meditation. It's a lot of the meditations have similar frameworks, and it's about really tuning into the present moment and finding a sense of stillness. So, when it comes to practicing meditation, mindfulness meditation specifically, you want to choose a regular time each day for your meditation practice. And you want to find a place that's free or limited from distraction. And you want to also feel safe. I meditate in my bedroom. I can meditate even here. I'm not home, but I feel safe here. And you can meditate anywhere. If you feel safe and you're limited from distraction in your car, meditate in your car. If you feel safe and free of distraction in your bedroom, meditate in your bedroom. You do it on a chair, laying down on the floor, again in a car, anywhere. It's just, you just want to find some space and some time for you. And now, when you have found a time and space, you want to also make sure you have a timer. You want to set a timer for 5 minutes if you're a beginner. And as time goes on, and as you kind of gain some momentum with your practices, you may start increasing your practices from 5 minutes to 15, 20 minutes. You want to go at your own pace and do what you can handle. So now that you have set your timer and you found your space and some time, you want to get into a comfortable position. You want to, again, sit cross-legged on the floor or on a chair. And you want to make sure your back is straight and aligned. You want to make sure your muscles are relaxed. So relax these shoulders, loosen up the jaw. Just find your sense of calm. And then you can close your eyes or keep them gazed, looking downwards. And you want to begin by taking a few deep breaths, because this helps to really settle your mind and body. And then you want to go back to regular breathing and just direct your attention solely on your breath. And as you inhale and exhale, keep your focus on the breath. Notice when the air comes in through your nose and follow it as it travels down into your lungs. And in the same light, when you exhale, follow as that air is being breathed out back into the world. And if your mind wanders, which it will, because thoughts never go away, you just want to kindly and gently return your attention back to your breath. In other words, if you're sitting in meditation, chakras are aligned, and a thought pops up. Oh shit, you didn't do that thing earlier. That's okay. Notice the thought, but don't become the thought. So note it, say, all right, well, I didn't do that earlier. That's fine. There's 24 hours in a day. This is 5 minutes for me. I can worry about that thought when this 5 minutes is done. Right now, this is my time. You don't have to give thoughts the attention that they're looking for necessarily during meditation practice. You can hold off and put that thought to the side and wait it out. And of course, the last step is just to repeat step 5 for the duration of your meditation, because the mind wanders often. And all we're doing in meditation is simply acknowledging the thoughts and then returning our attention back to the present moment using our breath. But before we end this video, there is something else that I feel is super important to talk about, because I think that, first of all, it's not really talked about, and I want to put some attention onto this, and also because it's super important. If you are someone who has never practiced meditation before and you dive into it for the first time, it can get scary. And there are some adverse effects of meditation. It's not all just good. There is a dark side. One of the things that I think is important when thinking of meditation is understanding that your expectations of what you think meditation is going to be like may be shattered, because as beginners, it's easy to expect something too fast, too quickly. And because we're so used to everything in our current reality happening at such a fast rate, our internet loads really fast, our text messages come like that. I mean, just think about the current world that we live in. Everything is fast, everything is instant. We want that gratification, we want it now. But when it comes to meditation, that's not necessarily what happens. And your expectations, if you hold that during meditation, you may find that they don't come true. They don't happen as fast as you may want it to. It takes time and patience to cultivate any benefits or notice any benefits to your health or well-being. I think it's also important to note that meditation will not fix or solve your problems. In fact, meditation helps you just to become more aware of your problems. Also, meditation may lead to negative thoughts or feelings that may be too troubling to deal with alone. When you meditate, for the most part, you're looking inward. And because of this, you may find that you tap into some thoughts or feelings that have been there all along, but that have been so deeply suppressed and unaddressed. And during meditation, it may open up the door to those feelings and thoughts. And if you've never dealt with them before, it can be scary and life shattering. So that's something to be mindful of because it can trigger waves of anger and sadness and jealousy or fear. These things can happen. Also, some people think it's a way to suppress emotions, something called spiritual bypassing. Meditation isn't just about positive thinking, it's about introspection, it's about finding who you are. It's okay to feel our feelings, whether they're negative or positive. We just have to be wise enough to know when to put it to the side. Another dark side of meditation is that most people don't consider the risk. You want to note your mental and physical health conditions before you even start diving into meditation. For example, if you're doing a deep breathing meditation, but you are asthmatic, and let's say you are focusing in on your breath and you tap into some dark or you tap into some suppressed feelings or thoughts, this may exacerbate a panic attack and it can very much be dangerous. For someone like that, deep breathing meditation probably won't be the best. They can do something else, more like guided imagery, um, or something else of that sort. But then you may also have a mental health condition like schizophrenia, and maybe guided imagery wouldn't be something that you would want to dive into. So all in all, I think it's really important that you speak with like your doctor first before you start meditating, because if you have a condition that because some conditions interfere with meditation. I think also it's important to note that meditation may alter your sense of perception and your sense of self. With meditation, it helps us to detach ourselves from the people and things around us. And it doesn't necessarily make us cold-hearted or, non-loving. In fact, it just makes us more aware, and we're able to detach ourselves from clinging on to our old beliefs, our old ideas, um, our old philosophies, way of thinking. All that tends to shatter when we really dive into meditation practice. And it helps us to see things a little bit differently. And because of that, it may also contribute to us feeling more alone and detached. That's something that we can work with. That's not something that stays with us forever. Um, it's because when you tap into meditation, you're essentially shedding a layer. You're killing off the old you and you're almost becoming reborn into the new you. And it can be emotional. And then I just leave you with these closing thoughts. You expand when you start operating from your heart, your soul, and your spirit. So allow yourself to expand, surrender, let go of old ways of being and thinking. Trust that your mind and body connection can be strengthened. Allow positive and good energy into your existence. Rid as much negative energy from your life that you're willingly ready to let go of. Do what you need to do so that you can be whole again. Expand. Thank you so much. And I hope that this helped. Namaste.